So there are two types of crimes do not have any face. So let me first say death and violence is violence in any form. But yet for an academic purpose, let me split that into two with my limited knowledge. They are all learned people, they are very peak people. I am a very small fry in between all these big people. But there are two types of crime which I see. One, which happens as a reaction between two mobs. So let us not compare Bhagalpur with 1984. Bhagalpur was between two mobs.
It was not.
A mob A and
it was not.
No,
it was
sorry.
not. I have studied
Sorry,
it carefully.
Your facts are wrong
completely
on that.
wrong.
Let him
I'm sorry,
speak,
your facts
please.
are just wrong.
And he,
All right.
and the SP in Bhagalpur then became a BJP MP thereafter.
All right. Well, that's the point.
That's why I say they are very learned people. So we can listen from them. I can keep quiet and listen.
No, please.
For
please.
27
Go
minutes I
ahead.
was
Sorry.
No, we don't want to
If
be a
you want
mob.
me to listen, I can listen. By speaking, you may not correct.
So
what
sorry,
I,
sorry,
so
sorry,
let me
Vinit.
put my heart, sir. I may be very small. Maybe
no.
I'm
You're not
so
at all
educated like you
small,
all.
sorry.
But I have my own views. So there were two mobs which
So you're
fight.
saying that you cannot
Right.
compare all
But
the
in 1984,
various
but in
instances
1984,
of
no, no,
violence.
I have not forgotten what I want to say. Man. I still have that in my mind. Even if they go on
Yes,
hampering,
go
I will
ahead,
not
go
get
ahead,
hackled.
please
I
go ahead.
meet this kind of people every day, madam, every day.
Yes, yes,
So
go ahead.
I have a list respect. So don't worry
Who
about
are
it.
these kind of people?
Yes,
I mean,
well,
I think
we'll
you're
get
just
to
being a
that.
little
But
unnecessary.
let him,
we're not
let's
here to
make his
define
point and then
that.
we can move on. Yes.
We can define,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we're not
yeah,
here
you're-
to
You
define
keep
that's
that.
battling.
being
I have
very
no problem,
honorary.
madam.
Please,
If you want me
let
to
him-
not to
let him-
speak, I
yes,
can
Vinit,
just
go ahead.
speak.
Please tell
Yeah.
us,
So
yes.
if you want me not to speak, I can always keep quiet.
No, no, go ahead.
So
Make
in
your point.
1984, we'll have to understand one thing, madam. It was not between two communities. It was not between two religions. Understand this merit. It was directed from the topmost person. I can name the Prime Minister. And it was the government of that day which directed, and the politicians did it on one community. It was annihilation of one particular community. It was a genocide. नरसंहार था एक कम्युनिटी के खिलाफ.
बिल्कुल
तो इसको आप-
2002 के जैसे.
मैडम मैं बोल दूं, आप बोलना चाहिए, आप ही बोल दीजिए. मैं तो अपना 27 मिनट तक सुन रहा था, मैडम.
Don't get
And that
इस
is
तरह
the
से
point
excited
Farha
हो रहे
was
हैं.
making,
तो
that we
मुझे क्या
need
लगता
to
है कि
have
I
a
think
law
what-
where the person
So I will so
where
let
the
us understand this
politicians who
merit.
are behind the scenes are also
So
held accountable.
I could only see this in two incidences in the entire independent India. 1947, when politicians directed killing of any religion, or in 1984.
During partition.
Yeah, partition. I could see the genocide
Yes.
happening there, and in 1984. Rest all the cases, they are triggered point of between two religion, two community, two people. There are equal number of deaths, but in 1984,
But in
only
2002
Sikh, and
also
I
we
don't
had
have a
similar
single case
reports.
where Sikh has attacked a Hindu or a Muslim. Tell me a single case where Sikhs attacked Hindu or Muslim. And who are the Sikh? Who are the Sikh? For last 400 years, the same Sikh for 400 years protected me
All right,
from
sir, you've
Mughals,
spoken a
protected me
lot.
from Britishers, protected me from everybody. And
nothing.
today also the same Sikh protects me. And now let me continue after 27 minutes of you give me my time, madam, for 24
Okay.
seconds more. And who, you know what? In 1984 this happened. In 1986, 11-year-old boy, आपी का भाई है ना? The mother, the victim is arrested. Why, you know? The victim is said, अगर आपने नाम लिया तो आपके खानदान को खत्म कर देंगे. 11 साल के लड़के को लोग बोलते हैं पैसे लेके आओ गाड़ी के, तब हम जाके आपके बारे में बात करेंगे. और विक्टिम आपके सामने बैठा, इन्हीं का भाई है, मैं कोई और की बात नहीं कर रहा, बाहर की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं. एंड यू वांट दिस काइंड ऑफ केसेस. 1986 वी हैव टू गो बैक. एंड यू नो व्हाट इज द शेम? द शेम इज नॉट दिस हैपेंड. This
I think the
happened.
shame is
The
all our
shame is
shame
what,
that
you know,
these
this-
cases keep
No, no,
happening
allow-
with these
allow me,
incidents from
Gargi ji, I've been
1984
listening
to
to every
2002.
learned
I think
person.
the shame is that, I
Madam,
think the
let me
shame is
complete,
that
madam.
we
I never
just keep
interrupted.
going into an answer
Exactly.
again. We keep going into a 1984 and
Madam, I can speak on
2002.
my, what
And
is
I
the
think
shame which
well,
I
let
have?
him
what is
end
more
what he
instructive
wants.
is to not do that.
How many prime ministers have ruled this country after 1984? You can count Rajiv ji, Narasimha Rao ji, Manmohan Singh ji. Everybody, so many prime ministers, and nobody thought of putting an SIT. That is the shame. The shame is one shame, killing. Second shame, you put the victims in the jail. Third shame, you extract money from the victim's family. Fourth shame, no prime minister has guts to put an SIS.
Gargi, I need to.
All right, yes,
I
Sanjay.
need to
He's
interject
left
on
out-
fact.
he's left
Come
out-
in here.
he's left out-
Let Sanjay speak.
He's
Yeah,
left out
Vinit,
Buhari
Vinit,
Vajpayee
Vinit,
who was
Vinit,
also
Vinit.
Prime Minister.
Of course,
We
madam.
we
Yes,
had
but
a
also
Bajpayee
did not
government
put-
till
but you
2004.
didn't mention
I have
him.
not
You
shied
did not
away from
mention
taking
him.
names of prime minister.
Number
Yes,
two,
but you did not mention him.
2010.
He was also
Yeah, madam wanted to know what has been taught in the RSS Shaka. I'll tell her what has been taught. I go to RSS Shaka regularly in that third three generation. I learned one thing, being a Hindu. They taught me, पिताजी नाम जे तेग बहादुर माँ गुजरते जाया जे हिंद तेरी जान शान भी. This is what has been taught to us. We were taught how gurus were great in the Shaka, madam. We were
All
taught,
right.
you know, how we should help the country. We were never taught, madam, to how to speak hatred in a very sugar-coated way in a show.